Yeah. Yeah. Big baby Jonathan Mike hitting the airwaves. Laker Nation anthem, he got facts for the air raid. No cap, all truth. Haters duck like a drive-by. Spitting purple, spitting gold. Kobe's name still sky high. Podcast Kingpin, the best in the biz. Dropping gems on the haters, they can't handle this quiz. From Showtime to Mamba, the legacy won't fade. He's the coach on the mic, playing chess, not charades.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Baby here from Big Baby Sports. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications for each and every podcast, pregame shows, more. As you can see by the title, top 10 most overhyped Lakers who never lived up to the hype. And also, I take donations on Cash App, Big Baby Jonathan, man. Anything's appreciative. Shout out to people in here already. Reg Dog, Kobe Film Room, and I see you. I see you when I first came in here. I saw you say Sims Parker, Kwame Brown. We'll see. I got you my list. Put your list of the top 10 most overhyped Lakers who never lived up to that. Put it in the comment section. You know what I mean? For me, I'm going to give you a list. For me, start at number 10, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball was this hype coming out of UCLA. You feel me? UCLA, the next Magic Johnson, people were saying. Lived up top. His dad was saying it's the next Magic. He's going to be better than Magic. He's going to have his – Magic even says he's going to have his jersey retired. LeVar Ball was talking about, my son could be better than Stephen Curry. Easy. Hyped it up. Luke Walton wanted to draft Jason Tatum. And Lakers drafted Lonzo Ball, and it never panned out. You know what I mean? It never panned out for the Lakers. You know what I mean? There was moments where – and here's the thing. He was a second overall pick. So in that case, he's overhyped with the Lakers. Never lived up, and he's a Laker bust as well. Because you're the number 2 pick in the draft. And you coming out of UCLA, you know that you came out of high school. You came out of UCLA, one of the best high school players, and you don't translate into an all-star. Or, you know what I mean? That's one of the most overhyped players in Laker history as well. Because what happened with the Lonzo Ball situation, with the LeVar Ball situation, him hyping his son, which I get, I would do it too. But the fact that he won every ESPN analyst, he went at Stephen A. Smith, just hyped him up. And then the first game when he played against Patrick Beverley, got locked up, didn't score. And then he had those shoes, those ZO2s, and he kind of really got injured. And then now he's out the league, you know? And every time, if you have my son, if you got to draft no, it's not working. You know what I mean? So it's just like, nah, bro. And he just didn't pan out to me. Jump shot broken. I didn't like it. It even got me hyped a bit. Even I fell for the attention of, Lonzo Ball could be his next player, you know. And then when he came here with LeBron, him and LeBron had those moments where it's okay, could work. And then they traded him for AD, and it never really worked out for me as a Laker man. It's just I didn't like Lonzo. Like there was moments where I liked his game, but over time I was like, nah, it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. So, you know what I mean? And there was flashes of Lonzo Ball turning up, having a good season, facilitating layups, lobs, everything. But just he wasn't consistent as far as being out there productive-wise on the floor. You know what I mean? So that's number 10 for me, man. Number 9. Everyone's going to be shocked about this, but this is what I feel. Jordan Clarkson, NBA champion. But this is when he was with the Lakers, right? Number 9. Most overhyped Laker who never lived up to that. Jordan Clarkson, 2nd round pick. You know what I mean? One of the best prospects coming out of college. You know what I mean? He didn't really pan out like I thought he was going to be with the Lakers. He had very big potential, but he had moments. He had very good moments, but also kind of like disappointing moments as well. So I feel like he's up. You know, Jordan Clarkson, cool role player, big. You know what I mean? And then he went from a 6-man to a starter on the Lakers, and then a starter in Utah. Actually came off the bench in Utah, won 6-man of the year, but on the Lakers, it was a bust, overhyped. You know what I mean? There's moments where he was turning up, having a good time, and stuff like that. Jordan Clarkson, you're a champion, bro, but as a Laker, man, it was overhyped. People are saying that you could be an all-star. People are saying you'd be next coming of – who were they comparing him to at the time? Oh, they were saying he is going to be like what I heard, a Ray Allen, a Reggie Miller. It's like, nah, bro, overhyped. That's for me. What do you guys think about Jordan Clarkson? Put them in the comment section down below. Let's get some feedback. You know what I mean? People think this would be a little bit too crazy for me to put at number 8. This is like all the Lakers that we got, either draft picks, trades, free agency. This for me, man, number 8, D'Angelo Russell. Drafted number 2. He talked about being one of the best, you know what I mean, prospects out of Ohio State. Didn't really pan up to the hype. You know what I mean? He struggled with consistency during both Lakers stints. Yeah, he did have both Lakers. The only time he panned out was when he went to Brooklyn and he made an All-Star team. When he left the Lakers, when D'Lo left the Lakers, he became an All-Star. He panned out in Brooklyn, but when he came back to the Lakers, I just didn't really like his production for both times. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just the way he moved, just the way he had great potential, but overall, just the inconsistency from him. One night he'll have 30, next night he'll have 7, next night he'll have 32, next night 9. So it's like, come on, bro. Yeah, D'Lo was a disappointing, bro. It's like it was just so frustrating to watch him at times, man. I know there's moments where he hit big threes, saying, you know, when he came back, I never left. And then in the West Conference Finals, he didn't really do much. You know what I mean? He had big time shots. There was spurts. But overall, it wasn't like, okay, we're not going to give him up for AD. But it's just like he never panned out with us. So I feel like D'Lo. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to talk about a bust with the Lakers. I feel like D'Lo, second pick, overhyped. You know what I mean? So it's just like I feel like it didn't pan out. Also, too, man. Number 7, I'm gonna go with this one. Everybody's gonna be hella surprised. Russell Westbrook at number 7. Russell Westbrook at number 7. The way he came in here when we traded him from Washington to the Lakers, I was hyped it because it was supposed to be LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Westbrook, Dwight, all that team, like a big 5 team, right? Westbrook comes here and has a horrible time with the Lakers. Horrible stint. Horrible time. I'm a big time Russell Westbrook fan. Big time. But the fact is, right? His production on the court was terrible. It was terrible. You know what I mean? It was terrible. I didn't like his production on the court. It was terrible. Just the way they presented himself on the court, bro. I hated it. The way he played, the way he, you know what I mean? There's moments where it's, oh yeah, but overall with the Lakers, man, it was very, very disappointing because I thought we were gonna get the Westbrook of, in my personal opinion, the OKC Westbrook. You know, actually the Houston Rockets. You know what I mean? You know? Oh. I'm just keeping it real, Rez. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? I know it's see? You know personally. But that's just how I feel. What I watched on the court. What I saw. You know what I mean? I don't know him personally, so you feel me? So this is what I feel. That's what I feel. Hashtag can't please everybody. Hey man, I knew this list was gonna ruffle some feathers, but we gotta call it what it is, man. You feel me? I didn't. Every Laker fan that I know, you know, Westbrook. Everybody blames LeBron, right? But everybody blames LeBron, but also about Westbrook taking accountability for what he did on the court, not playing at a high level or like high level. There's moments where Westbrook just played terrible, and it's a proven fact. Hitting a shot of the backboard, air ball on the layup. Come on, man. This is just a list. You know what I mean? Don't take it personal. It's a list. It's just my list I came up with. I wanted to talk about it with you guys. I'm coming up with different ideas for the show, and people get upset. That's on you. Hashtag I can't please everybody. You know what I mean? Westbrook. I'm a big fan of Westbrook, but I have every right to say that it wasn't panned out with the Lakers. You feel me? Just like I'm a Luka fan. If it doesn't pan out with the Lakers, I'm gonna say it didn't pan out. Just like with LeBron, it doesn't pan out with the Lakers. AD, it panned out. You feel me? You know? Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. That's one of the things I can give him props for. He played every night. He hustled, but there's moment there overall. If you asked every Laker fan, what do you think of Westbrook's time with the Lakers? What do you think they're gonna say? What everybody in the comments? What is your personal opinion about Westbrook's time with the Lakers? And people that watch this, like, what's your personal opinion about Westbrook as a Laker? For me, I didn't like it. My personal opinion is different from people's different opinion. You know? You can't. Yeah, man. It's just didn't fit at the time. At the time, you know what I mean. It just didn't fit. Pause. You feel me? But yeah, man. I knew that once I put that up there and ruffle some feathers. Um, Westbrook, man, but he's on Sacramento now. He's still playing at a high level on other teams. But I feel like it was a system he was in. It was the system that he was in. That was the Kobe thing. It was the system that he was in. But also, too, Westbrook did have moments where he didn't feel like he wanted to be there. I know people got to blame LeBron for that. Oh, LeBron's fault. But also, too, sometimes Westbrook got to take accountability for what he did as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He doesn't want to. He doesn't want nothing to do with the Lakers. Man, anytime somebody tries to sign his jersey, he doesn't want to sign it. So there's probably personal stuff that's behind the scenes that we don't know about that happened with the Lakers and Westbrook. You know what I mean? So I said Westbrook at what is it? No, Westbrook at. Let me see. Number 8. I put what? Okay, so number 8 was D'Lo. Number 7 was Westbrook. Number 6, Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum as Sneed. What's going on, Sneed? Sneed, man, what you think, man? Top 10 most overhyped Lakers who never panned out. So I'm at what is it? Number 8 was with D'Lo and Westbrook. Number 7, Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum, number 7, overhyped. He had potential. He had made an all-star team, but the potential he's one at the time. He was one of the best centers in the league. You know what I mean? Andrew Bynum was a freaking monster. He had very big potential. He even went at Shaq. You know what I mean? But it's just the freaking injuries, man. In 2008, if he didn't get injured, we would have won that championship. You feel me? Because Bynum was playing at a high level that year. Played a high level, potential all-star at the time. He did finally make an all-star team. But it's just the injuries killed him, bro. Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. He did, yeah. He didn't work as hard. That's the thing. He said there's money in every city. You can see how when he got the ring, but there was moments when he was locked in. You saw those playoff games, man, a career high in block shots, and you know what I mean. And that's the thing. We're gonna get Chris Paul and Dwight Howard at the same time. We're gonna give up Bynum for him. Originally, we were gonna give up Bynum. We're gonna give up Bynum and Odom for for Carmelo Anthony and Nene. But like you said, now we're gonna keep him. And also too, we're gonna get Kevin Garnett for Bynum. You know, Lakers said no. So they saw value in Bynum, but just the injury history, just the injury history every single season, man. He has very great potential if he didn't get injured. But hey, when you have a caliber player like Dwight Howard on the phone and potentially Dwight Howard coming to your team, and also too, Kobe wanted to ship his ass out for just a kid. Who don't want to do that? So there's moments, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? But he did help us win a ring in back-to-back titles. You feel me? So, but overall, it just didn't pan like I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, his earliest career, it was a ceiling. Yeah, it was high. You feel me? But it's just the injuries, bro. Just the injury history with Bynum just can never pan out. That's why we got rid of him. And you see when he went to Philly, he grew out his hair. He kind of like said, "F it, I give up." And then he went to Cleveland. Then went to Indiana. And then he retired. You know. But there was a video surfacing last month where him riding a bike and he looks like he's in tip-top shape. You know what I mean? But people are like, "Are you Andrew Bynum from the Lakers?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't. I'm not an NBA player anymore. I'm not a celebrity. Leave me alone." So it's like, you feel me? So it's just like he had a really, really crazy ending to his career, man. So number 7. Okay, so I said number 8. Number 7. So number 6. THT, Talon Horton Tucker. Most overhyped Laker who never got hyped up for the hype. We treated him like he was the future, bro. The way that he was untouchable in trade talks for a while, bro. Countless times THT was every trade talk. Lakers didn't want to give him up, and also too they gave him money over Alex Caruso. We already know the deal how that panned out. We already know the deal how that turned out. So it's kind of like THT had moments where that great potential. Also, there's moments where it's like, wow, he's not that good. There's nights where he plays, didn't play. You know what I mean? There's moments where he had potential big time, but I just I just didn't. It was hyped up. It was totally hyped up. The Lakers made it seem like he was like this potential big all star. The way that the media handled him, the way the Lakers tried to do it at the time in the old regime, the old front office, right? Oh, I'm not going to trade him. I'm not going to trade THT. I'm not going to trade him for this high caliber young asset. It's always, if you know what I mean. So it's like THT, bro. You see now you know why he's out the league, man. But he's balling in overseas, man. You know what I mean? So it's just like THC is overhyped, man. Like as the fact that we gave him high value money, big contract money over Caruso. You know what I mean? And yeah, he is a bust. You know, he's the Red Dog's right. Almost overhyped Laker who never panned out slash bust as well. He's in the thumbnail. You feel me? So it's just like Andrew Bynum's in the thumbnail, D'Lo's in the thumbnail. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, yeah. D'Lo is in the thumbnail. Lonzo Ball's in the thumbnail. Andrew Bynum and THC's in the thumbnail. So it's just like, it's just like you got to be better, Lakers, in drafting well. You feel me? But let me see. Hold on, chat. Oh, he's about to go live. Hold on, chat. Oh, I'm about 56 minutes. Lakers going okay, but hold on, chat. Let me see. I said number. I forgot where I'm at. I'm just gonna go. So I said THT number 6. Hey, I'm keeping it real. Keep it real, Dwight. I know we're cool and all, but Dwight Howard is the next list. The 2012 version of Dwight Howard came to LA as the best center in basketball. Lakers fans expect championship. The season ended in disappointment. I agree. It was like, oh, if we got him, we gave up Bynum, we gave up all these assets for him. It was hype. That was juiced. But we took a chance, and he came in with a back injury, and it just never looked up to the hype as well. And there's another player that I'm going to mention after I say Dwight Howard on the lists. But Dwight came here knowing that we're going to try to win a championship, knowing we're going to try to go for a dynasty, and he came to LA, played through a bad back. It's just him and Kobe never saw eye to eye. They should have figured it out before they made the trade. If Kobe Bryant and Dwight would have figured it out right away, they could have won a championship. But I feel like what I heard, I don't know if it's true, that Dwight wanted to do acting right away and was asking for producers, and Kobe knew right when he heard that it wasn't gonna work. So it's just like, and I feel like for me, I'm a big Dwight Howard fan, love his game. But when he came out, I was hyped and excited. He was here, and he played through a bad back. You know what I mean? And I give him courage for that. I give him praise, but it just never panned out. You know what I mean? The roster was bad that year. You feel me? Everybody didn't play their role in that season. You know what I mean? So it was a disappointment, but also he redeemed himself, coming back and helping the Lakers win a championship in 2020. Dwight's a great dude, Hall of Famer now, champion, but in 2020 at the time, key word, people, don't try to mix my words. Key word, listen, key word at the time, 2012, was overhyped. Didn't pan out. But Dwight, great dude, great person, great Hall of Fame career, but at the time in that season, terrible season, 2012, Dwight Howard with the Lakers. Overhyped, didn't pan out. Speaking of, remember what I said I was going to mention somebody else? Steve Nash. We got him, right? We got him. Steve Nash, Hall of Famer, 2-time MVP. We got him and Dwight in the same season. And Steve Nash got injured the second game of the year, and that's what was just a terrible year that year. You know, it derailed everything immediately. The second game of the season, he got injured in Portland. Like, I thought we were going to have that Steve Nash of, like, times where no look pass to Dwight and turning up, and it's just like, come on, bro. You know, Steve Nash, at the time, it was hyped. I remember I lived in Sacramento at the time. I got the notification from Mark Stein. Lakers are about to acquire Steve Nash for so-and-so and so. I said, let's go. Let's turn up. You feel me? But it just never panned out. You know, it never panned out. You feel me? You know? So that's Steve Nash at number. So Dwight was at 5. Number 4, Steve Nash. Number 3, Karl Malone. Karl Malone. When he came here in 2004, Karl Malone should have been we should have won a championship that year. Carmelo. I'm gonna put Carmelo and Gary Payton, both of them, in this conversation. So we got Carmelo and Gary Payton, and we had a team that was like an all-star team at one point. You know, at the time, the team that we had, you know what I mean. But they just grew with injuries, and that's the thing. This is a perfect example when we got Carmelo and Gary Payton, and then Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. We got to stop doing that. If a player's in is like going into the old route, don't pick him up for the future. You feel me? But I just didn't like how it panned out with the Lakers in 2004. We got waxed off the floor in Detroit, and I feel like if they were fully healthy, we would have won a championship that year. But they didn't really live up to the hype. Glove had moments. You know what I mean? Gary Payton had moments. Carmelo had moments. But overall, it didn't pan out. I think Carmelo was trying to win a championship. I think he came to the Lakers at the time. Was like, no, I'm gonna try to win a championship with this team. And then pan out. It was hype for that season. I remember. I was excited for that season. I lived in Sacramento at the time. It was so high. I went to Sacramento, lived in Sacramento. Me and my friends and family were like Laker fans at the time. You feel me? You feel me? So it's just like, you know what I mean? It was an overhyped season for my Lakers that year. You know what I mean? We got to the finals. You know what I mean? We got to the finals, but we lost. But you know, people were saying we're gonna lose in the first round. We weren't gonna make the playoffs. And instead, if we're fully healthy, we can make a run, and we did, but we didn't win it. But still, it's just we just ran into a Detroit Pistons team that were inferior. You feel me? Inferior. You know what I mean? And let me see. Oh, I gotta throw him in here. What do you guys think in the comments? What is your guys' top 10 overhyped Lakers who never panned out? Like for me, I said, you know, Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, 2012 version, Gary Payton, Carmelo. I'm gonna throw an interesting one at you guys. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right or wrong about this one. I'm gonna say Brandon Ingram. The hype from Brandon Ingram. People were comparing him to Kevin Durant coming out of college. Oh, this next big player, next Kevin Durant. There was moments where he had potential, but it didn't really never pan out for me. I mean, the young talent was talented, all the young talented, but just they never really panned out. You know, I mean, there's spurts and moments and everything was good with Brandon, but it just never panned out to what I liked. You feel me? I didn't like that season from Brandon Ingram, you know. So just like, you know. So I just didn't like how Brandon Ingram cared. You know what I mean? No, just that's how I feel, man. There's moments where Brandon Ingram had moments, but it's because people are saying he's the next Kevin Durant, he's the next All Star, the next this, the next that, and then there's times where he had potential, he was solid, but it didn't live up to the hype like people were saying at the college. He's gonna be the next Kevin Durant. He's gonna be an All Star. And once the Lakers had an opportunity to get AD, once I heard that was in talks, I was like, trade Ingram. Or trade Ingram. That's not a good idea. Yep, trade Ingram. To kind of play like AD, you do it. And he got traded, but also when he got traded from LA to New Orleans, he improved his game. When he was here, he had moments where he's still trying to figure out himself. He was young, but still, for me, he got overhyped with the Lakers. And then he left the Lakers, went to the Pelicans, and then got an All-Star. Now he's in Toronto. He may get traded, you know what I mean? You feel me? Yeah, that's he was young, but yeah, but it's your opinion, Rez. Yep, your opinion. Can't persuade you from your opinion, bro. That's how I feel. You know. So let me see here. Let me see. Hold on, chat. Man, number one, I'm gonna say, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but number one is the most overhyped Laker that never lived up to the hype. I'm gonna say, hold on, chat. We already know, but I'm not gonna mention that one. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go with Julius Randle. It was hype out of college. It was hype. I know he got injured in his first season. But the second year, he had moments where he had to develop and we had to worry about his game and his coming back from injury. He's just like, he never really developed like I thought it was going to be. There's moments where he reminded me of Zach Randolph, his jumper, his attacking the lane, getting and ones, but I just really didn't feel like it would fit well. That's how I feel with Julius with the Lakers. There's moments he was young and he's trying to develop, but it's just like the way that people in the media and the draft experts were hyping up Randall, I got hyped up too, and I was like, nah, get rid of him. And we got rid of him, and then he went to New York, balled out over there. He went to Minnesota, balled out. He went to a couple other teams, and he balled out. He's a great player, but at the time, he didn't pan out. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. You know what I mean? You know, also too, I'm gonna throw in a bonus one. I'm gonna say, also too, you know, there's another one there. These are just bonus ones I had. Patrick Beverly is a overhyped Laker that never panned out. Didn't live up to that. Patrick Beverly came here, what he was doing with the Clippers and Houston, and didn't really pan out. The way that he came here, I didn't like how Patrick Beverly came here. Didn't do anything. There's moments where Patrick Beverly, Westbrook, and THT didn't score. So that's an honorable mention, Patrick Beverly. And I could go. List goes on and on. You know, how do you guys feel? What is your guys' top 10 overhyped Lakers that never panned out? You know, you got. Let me see. And then that's another one I was gonna say. Montrezl Harrell. There's moments where he played great with the Clippers, playing at a high level, did his thing. But when he came to the Lakers, there's moments where he had that and didn't pan out. You know what I mean? There's other honorable mentions too, like DeMarcus Cousins when he was here. He played great, but he didn't live up to that because he got injured in the offseason and didn't really pan out. There's moments where it's great potential, but that just like it was just overhyped when we got him. Like, oh, the expectation for Cousins, and it was overhyped because you know how DeMarcus Cousins is, and also too, Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol is a great big man for the Lakers at a high level, but it didn't pan out. You feel me? That's just how I feel. That's how I feel about that. Good stuff. So let's see. Let me see. Hold on, chat. Let me see. Let me ask you guys this. Let's see. I'm gonna do a segment real quick. Look up. I'm gonna have it. Oh yeah, Marc Gasol. Oh yeah, Marc Gasol, DeAndre Ayton. There's a hella bunch of lists, bro. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of lists of Marc Gasol, DeAndre Ayton. At times Malik Monk, even though he turned up for us, but didn't pan out. I'm gonna give you my also Dennis Schroeder. No, like let me give you. I'm gonna pivot and let me know what you guys think. And also, too, I gotta give her credit due. Shout out to the Crazy Family 18. He gave me this video idea. I appreciate you, bro. You gave me this video idea the other day, and I saw your comment, and I appreciate you. And if you know what I mean, we're a family. So if you give me some good video ideas, let's roll. And I'm gonna give you. I'm done with the NBA top 10 most overhyped Lakers who never lived up to the hype. And I'm gonna give you my top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. My top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. I'm going to start with number 10. It makes sense, but he hopped out. Rajon Rondo. He was a Celtic. Most hated Laker of all time. The fans hated Rondo, right? Rajon Rondo was hated because he was a Celtic. He beat us in the finals. You know what I mean? He's number 10 for me. You know what I mean? He won, but at the time he was hated. But once he came here, he won me over by winning championships. The way he poised himself. So it's just like people think he's most hated number 10 for most hated Laker, but nah. I feel like, to me, what do you guys think? Is Rondo a hated Laker of all time? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go at number 9. D'Angelo Russell. I agree. That right there is the most hated Laker for me. Inconsistent in the playoffs. Like I said, the inconsistency, time and time again. So D'Lo, number 9 at most hated Lakers. Oh, you know what I mean? Like I said, number 9 is D'Lo. Like I said, let me know what you think about your most top 10 Lakers. Let me see. I have it written down. Top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. Rondo's at 10. D'Lo's at 9. Like I said earlier, Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly is one of the most, for me, I didn't like him on Lakers. People, fans, most hated Laker because he came in here not doing the same thing he did with the Clippers, Houston, talking mess. He got torched every night. There was moments where he grabbed the camera and went like this to the ref, pointing at it, and got a technical foul, and just, I didn't. Patrick Beverly, bro. I didn't. No, but you shut down him. You shut down Lonzo. You shut down Lonzo in the first game. You feel me? That Patrick Beverly's number 8. But love the effort by some. Others, they really full accepted him. You know what I mean? No Laker fans accepted Patrick Beverly was here or D'Lo. They only accepted Rondo, but at the time when Rondo first came here, we hated his ass, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. That when Rondo came here, we hated his ass because he was a Celtic. But Rondo came here, won us over. But now we're Lakers to go get him as assistant coach. But at the time and moment, I hated his ass. At the time. Keyword, at the time. Now, great dude, off the court. He's a coach now, coaching his son. You know what I mean? That's just how rivalry goes, bro. That's how rivalry goes. Let me see. Also, I'm going to throw in a shocker for you guys. Dennis Schroeder. Turned down major contract extension, poor playoff performance, and hurt his repetition. You know, Dennis Schroeder turned down a big max contract from the Lakers, and he didn't pan out. There was moments where he had, you know what I mean? But overall, he was hated by Laker fans. You know what I mean? That's at number, let me see, number 7. Let me see. Number 7. Number 7 was Dennis Schroeder. Number 6, Steve Nash, injury history. And actually, you know what? I'm going to throw in a bonus one. I'm taking Steve Nash. I already said overhyped. I'm going to say Kendrick Nunn. Laker fans, when you came here from the Miami Heat, you were turning up. Kendrick Nunn, one of the most hated, top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. What you did here with the Lakers, you didn't pan out. That goes with the top 10. You're in the top 10 of most hated Lakers and also overhyped players. You get an honorable mention too. You know what I mean? Kendrick Nunn, bro. Horrible Laker. And I'm being real. He didn't really do much with the Lakers. And then this is my list. If people have a different perspective, put your comments in the comment section, bro. You feel me? So it's just like, come on, bro. Let's get them likes up, bro. Hit them likes. And also, I'm streaming on Twitch as well. Whoever has Twitch, go follow me on Twitch, Big Baby Sports _. Go follow me on there. I'm gonna start being on Twitch a lot more. So you're gonna see me a lot more on Twitch, Big Baby Sports. But and also too, man, you got Westbrook up there by Laker fans. A lot of Laker fans didn't like Westbrook. We already know the deal, because of what happened on the court. Also too, and you know what I mean. Also too, Westbrook's up there, and also too, and Ramon Sessions. Yeah, Westbrook is up there. Right? Hated Laker. Laker fans hate Westbrook. A lot of Laker fans didn't like Westbrook, right? But he's on my list, man. And Ramon Sessions on there too. Just a bunch of lists. And I'm gonna be honest. Type 1 in the comment if you guys think I should. I'm gonna do it, bro. I gotta do it. He should be on here. Top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. There's people who think I might say this. Who do you think I'm gonna say at number 1? Because right now Dwight's at number 1 for most hated Laker. Number 2 is Westbrook. Like I said, number 3 is Dennis Schroeder. Number 4 is Smush Parker. Number 5, Kwame Brown. Number 6, Karl Malone. Number 7, Steve Nash. Number 8, Patrick Beverly. Number 9, D'Lo. And number 10, Westbrook. Who do you think I should put at number 1? Should I take out Dwight Howard and put somebody else? Let me know. Because at the time, Dwight Howard was the most hated Laker when he came here. You feel me? I already know Sean would put it number 1. And I think he is I think if I put him at number one, people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna have to do it because I'm keeping it real. He's one of the most number one. You know what I mean? Yes, it's the top 10 most hated Lakers of all time that people hated him. And I'm gonna put it here. People gonna get butthurt and cry, get offended, but I don't give a damn. If people can guess who I'm gonna put at number one over Dwight, just guess. Just take a guess. I'll wait. Kobe Froome, you know I'm gonna put at number one. You already know I'm gonna put. But yeah, man. I already know people are gonna get mad, but I don't give a damn. Hashtag can't please every motherfucking body. You feel me? Number one for the most hated Laker of all time, LeBron James. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, bro. Laker fans hate LeBron so much. He's the number one most hated Laker player of all time. I know there's Dwight, Steve Nash, but I had to go with my gut. I had to go with my heart. I had to go with me being honest, put my bias aside about this. But LeBron James, most hated Laker of all time. It's a proven fact. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in the comments? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Make sure you guys catch Angry Lakers Fan at 8:30. Go come after my live. He's gonna go live at 8:35 p.m. And here's his live. See what I say? Right when I said LeBron James, Sean pulls up. Sean, I was trying so hard not to put LeBron, but after thinking it, bro, LeBron James is the most hated Laker. In my personal opinion, Sean's personal opinion, and yeah, Rich Paul too. Yeah, both of them. But damn, the damn Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup. Damn. But go to Angry's channel. He just go to his channel tonight. You do not want to miss it. You know. Whew. Well, I got to talk about that too. I'm talking about it a different day. Yeah, they did hate him. They still hate him, but that's how I feel. I had a list. I had my list today. Overhyped Lakers. Sean, once you listen to this later, I did a great job on my list. Put in your guys' comments. What are your guys? Give me your top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. 1 through 10 most overhyped Lakers. Let me know. I want to interact with you guys. You feel me? Like for me, LeBron is the most hated Laker of all time because the way he does things here. If he does some, people are not gonna like. I'm being honest. If LeBron resigns here, everybody's gonna be mad at him. And speaking of that, speaking of resigning, today marks where you can start making negotiations with your free agents like LeBron, Reeves, Marcus Smart, Rui. But according to Mark Stein from ESPN, the expectation is that the Lakers are expected to re-sign Austin Reeves, but there will be multiple suitors at his front doorstep once free agency opens June 30th. The Detroit Pistons, Atlanta Hawks. There was one team I heard that I think has me intrigued that I saw earlier in the month. Denver Nuggets. I've been seeing Denver. I've been seeing a lot of rumors about Denver for Reeves. Right? This is how I feel about it. I've been wanting. People have been talking about Atlanta, Brooklyn, Detroit, and been seeing rumors and reports, and what I've been seeing, what I've been hearing, Denver makes sense because Denver wants to go young with them. They want to go young, and if I'm the Lakers, they want to get more athleticism. I'm trying to get either Peyton Watson from Denver for Reeves or Aaron Gordon. I'm doing that. But we'll see what happens. I'm doing that if I'm Lakers. I'm trying to go get Aaron Gordon for Austin Reeves and some picks. Or Peyton Watson or Christian Brown. Now, even if we don't get Aaron Gordon, we could get a Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, sign and trade. You feel me? Or we hold the fort down because that's the thing. Lakers are trying to. I think because here's the thing. That's the expectation. Keyword expectation is him to resign with the Lakers. But if Brooklyn offers him the money, if Atlanta offers the money, Brooklyn, even Chicago comes at the last, even Utah, it's going. I don't want the Lakers to be in a situation where they say, "Here, Reeves, here's that 240 million. Here you go, buddy." No, he's not worth it. But if it's that's the thing that I want to do. I want to. Reeves is a great player. He's a great talent in this league. He's a great talent. Don't get me wrong, but it's time to move forward without Reeves. Get some guys in here that fit Luka's system to build around Luka. I mean, we got to do the Luka era. And I don't think, personally, my personal opinion, Sean, you have your opinions about Reeves. I'm a big-time Austin Reeves fan. But personally, if they prove me wrong, if they re-sign Reeves and they prove me wrong, cool. I'll say, got me wrong. But the 1-2 punch of them, they're a great, talented team. But it just worries me is the defensive end. The defensive side of the basketball is the most important key in this team. We need to get defensive-minded players. Look what the San Antonio Spurs got. Look what the New York Knicks got. Look what all the great teams have is defensive-minded players, and we got to get back to that mindset. I keep telling motherfuckers this. Like, sorry about that. Technical difficulties on my end. My bad, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Um, you know what I mean? Like I said, we need defensive players in here and stuff like that. So we need like 3-D players and also too. I agree with I angry. If you're watching this, I agree with you when it comes to the fact that you don't want to deal with Miami Heat players. The only person that panned out was Lamar Odom, but Kelly Ware from the Miami Heat, bro. Kelly Ware is a 7-foot center that has the potential to be great. He has very good potential. He's a very good big man that can rim run, slash the lane, shoot threes. He can play great defense. And Miami's probably going to trade him to Milwaukee for Giannis, but Milwaukee doesn't want to keep Kelly Ware. So if your Lakers try to go get him, we need to get it. We need to get an athletic. So we need to go. Even the great Magic Johnson, Hall of Famer, 5-time champion, even said Lakers gotta go more younger and athletic. And I feel like we need to go get a caliber player like Kelly Ware because he fits what the Lakers need: athleticism, size, strength. He can play defense, run the floor, and we need that. We don't need the throw the ball to the post. Oh, the ball left off my hand. He can't catch the ball. We don't need that. We don't need JJ doing that next year. We need to have players that are smart and high caliber players with intensity, effort, defensive minded players. We need to go back to that shit. What I saw. Shout out to All Ball Sports TV. Congratulations on your NBA championship as a fan. You do a great job covering the New York Knicks, All Ball, Fabian, and Flea. Congrats to you on your NBA championship. Congrats to you. Your team hasn't won in hella years, bro. Very proud of you. Your team won. But when I saw that championship, when they're holding up the trophy, that shit pissed me off because I feel like the Lakers should need to get back to that. Get back to that podium and take what's theirs for a competitive standpoint. We need to get back to that. We need to get the players in here, build around like it's the same shit every single season. And we need to maximize the Luka era with Mark Walters era because there's going to be a time point where Luka's going to come here, leave, and we're going to get somebody else. Like I said, there's multiple times when we had LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You guys are not going to get anybody when LeBron leaves or when Anthony Davis leaves. You're going to be life stuck in the league. I said this on my podcast multiple times in this thing. You feel me? You mother feel me? Right? Right? Listen to me when I'm talking to you, bro. Look at the camera, bro. I said the Lakers have stars. They come and go. They leave. They go. When Luka leaves, we'll get a star. When that star leaves, we'll get another star. We don't stay We don't stay bad for long. And if we do, we'll get somebody in a big blockbuster trade or big free agency signing. So what I'm saying is take advantage of the Luka era, Laker Nation and Laker front office. Do what you got to do to maximize Luka's potential to be great. Fit the pieces around him. And the first step, get LeBron off the team. It's time. So LeBron has next week. What is it? The 20. What is it? He has until 29th. What? It's 14. Let me see. What is it? Shout out to Angry. He's going live in 30 minutes. Let me see. When is the 14th? So let me see. So Marcus Smart has until the 20th next week. Actually, in 2 weeks, we decided LeBron's gonna opt out. Reed's gonna opt out. Marcus Smart's gonna opt out, and DeAndre Ayton could potentially opt out too. So, or if I'm the Lakers, I'm telling DeAndre Ayton straight to his face, hey, if you pick up that player option, we're gonna look to trade you. Because the Lakers are trying to create $50 million of cap space, but that's what worries me. That we're gonna give all teams that big contract. You know what I mean? And I don't want to re-sign LeBron. I don't want to get Reeves back. But if we do, it is what it is. We need to build through what Luka wants. Not Luka and Reeves won't work because they'll pick us apart defensively. It's going to be the same conversation with me and Ladd getting into an argument about me and Reeves, and then Rich Paul saying something to the media, then Sean going off. No, we don't want that next season. We want a clean slate. We need to build a winning culture back. We need to get back to that championship level. It's going to take some years. And I want to address something. Laker fans don't want to turn on Luka. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Everybody has been turning on Luka. Oh, I want to get rid of him after the second year. No, and this is why I agree with Sean. Sean, that's exactly why Laker fans can never have anything. Because we depend to win every single season. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. I get it. But that's not the era we're living in anymore. We're living in a developed era where you have to develop guys. It takes seasons to get to where you want to get. It's going to take us to get to a championship. You're not going to win every championship every season. You know what I mean? You think Michael Jordan's first couple years in the league were a failure? No, he took steps to get to where you want to get to. Same with the New York Knicks. I know it took them. No, I'm saying when they got Brunson, it took them a couple years to make a trade, lose that playoff series against the Indiana Pacers. They went through moments and heartbreak, and they won a championship. So it's going to take Lakers a few years to develop, get the right players in here. It takes steps, just like if you have a job and you want to get to a manager position or GM role, it's going to take steps. You ain't going to just get the job like that, or the role like that. You're going to take steps. You know, you're not going to get a promotion every single season, every single year. It's going to take steps to get to the next level. You feel me? So Lakers they got to get the players in here that fit Luka, that fit his needs. We need shooting, consistent shooting, defensive-minded players, and players that could play with energy. Once you put that purple and gold on, let's fight every night. Let's go to battle. Like a player that would fit well with this Laker team, Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell worked great with the Lakers. You know what I mean? Keontae George from San Antonio, Dylan Harper. Though we need those type of guys. We need to get those guys that are like that play hard, play with passion, energy, effort. And we may have to go take a chance and let Theo play next year. Take a chance to get one of the rookies in here and let him play. Because you see when the coach of the Spurs let his rookies play, Dylan Harper balled out in the finals. Balled out. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to, I'm going to address something. Everybody wants to get on JJ, right? Oh, he's not a good coach. He's not a good coach. He's horrible at coaching, right? 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 Oh, wait. Let me see you have that same energy if LeBron's not here. Let's see what JJ does without LeBron here, if he stays or if he leaves. Let's see what he does. Let's see what JJ does. Because 2 back-to-back 50-win seasons, playoffs, second round, right? Playoffs. JJ, we got bounced on the first round, right? Second round. And then what are we going to do? What are we going to do next year? And I guarantee you, if JJ coaches good and we get far, people are going to switch. Oh, I've been knowing JJ was going to be good. And here's the thing. What I feel, it's okay to show a passion when you're frustrated. If you have to get frustrated with JJ, call time and said, man, Jesus fucking Christ. You get pissed off, so what? Who cares? That shows passion, bro. That's how I look at it. But it's okay for a player to yell and scream at a ref and a coach, but if a coach does it, oh, that's unprofessional. Fuck that. Fuck that. These coaches have every right to show expression. There was a time where Steve Kerr broke a clipboard. There's times where Phil Jackson went crazy on ref. Greg Popovich. Coaches are allowed to show expression. You know what I mean? Man, and if hold on, do you want Sneed, you want JJ to be like this? We'll be fine. We'll be okay. I'm not worried. We're down 0-3 in the series. He's allowed to express. He's allowed to show his emotion. You want him to just sit there and be like this? So, JJ, how do you feel about being swept in the finals? I'm okay. I'm not mad. I still love this team. No, you have to. That's how I feel. People have different perspective. How you feel about coaching. Reg Dog, Kobe Filmer, this is how I personally feel. My personal opinion. Hashtag can't please everybody. That's my new motto. Hashtag can't please everybody. Because when Darvin Ham was here, he showed no emotion. Go Harlem dudes. Salute. Since 2001. Shout out to Bob Fisher. I've never seen you. Must be new. But that's just how I feel. Because if JJ showed no emotion, no pissed offness, y'all Laker fans would say he needs to show more passion. But when he shows it, it's a problem. That's how I feel. JJ shows passion. He shows frustration. And he was keeping it real. He was keeping it real. About, you know what I mean? And he's every right to show passion and frustration. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, though, Kobe Firman. That's the thing. Do you want him to like he shows frustration because he wants to do good. Like if you're doing something and you show frustration, he wants to do good. That's like a bad thing. It makes it seem like it's a bad thing for coaches to show expression. And here's a funny thing. A lot of Laker fans are saying JJ needs to hold his control, but the coach for the San Antonio Spurs yells at the rookie Kobe, the rookie from San Antonio, yells and grabs his jersey. Come on! Oh, that's great coaching. I love it. But if JJ did that shit, bad coaching, needs to damage control. I guarantee you, if JJ ever did that to a player, y'all will be pissed off at JJ. Guarantee it. I could put up some Krispy Kreme donuts. Everybody in the comments would be all on JJ. I guarantee you, if JJ did the same exact thing, got passion for a coach. Mitch Johnson did that, and everybody's, I loved it. But if JJ does that to like a Luka, let's say Reeves is here, it's bad coaching. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. I didn't want to get that off my chest for the longest. Y'all pick and choose when to be on JJ. And if JJ has another great season, we get to the West Conference Finals and plays better or coaches better, you know what I mean? It takes JJ's going to improve as a coach, and y'all going to say, it's because of this person's on there. It's because of this person's there. Y'all not going to give him credit because you know why? You guys just don't like JJ because he had back-to-back 50-win seasons, right? He's going to take the next step, right? You gotta have faith in your coach because if you don't, it's going to be okay. What coach we get next year? And then what coach we gonna get next year? We're gonna get this coach. We gotta be realistic and be like, we gotta stick out with the coach because it's gonna be the same. Let's say if JJ gets fired, right? Let's hypothetically talk about JJ gets fired, right? Hypothetically, what coach do you want? And I asked every Laker fan, what coach do you want? And they never hit me back with the coach's name. You feel me? So just like, come on, bro. If we give the new front office a chance, why don't we give JJ a chance with the new front office? 50-50. That's just how I feel. People have different opinions. That's just how I personally feel about the coach JJ. You know? I don't like because he's self-control because he shows his expression. He was keeping it real about DeAndre Ayton. There's times where Greg Popovich calls out his players in the media. He benches players. I'm not saying that they're going to be like each other. I'm saying certain coaches do that to get good out of players. That's how I feel, bro. Like, come on, bro. I just hope the Lakers do great next season so it could prove everybody wrong. I already know people are going to be like, I already knew JJ was going to be a good coach. Nah, I've been seeing a lot of people that even at times I hold JJ accountable, but it's okay to show expression when you're frustrated in the game. But why players? How come Luka's not damage control. LeBron's not damage control with his emotions. Reeves, Marcus Smart, a lot of players in this league get frustrated when they don't get called foul. Oh, but it's damage control when a coach does it. When other coaches yell and scream, it's not damage control to them. Like coach of the Spurs, coach of the Knicks. Mike Brown shows frustration in the finals, yell at a ref. But that's not damage control by a coach. But when JJ does it, it's labeled as damage control. I see how y'all operate. Man, have that same energy. I don't want to have any switch ups from you guys. If JJ has a great season, I don't want to hear anybody. Oh, I knew he's going to be a good coach. I already knew. Nah, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I've been wanting to express that for about a couple months now, and I'm letting it loose. This is just how I feel. He has a different opinion. He has a different opinion. Everybody has a different opinion about JJ. And this is how I feel. You know, hashtag can't please everybody. It's how I feel. You know? So, who cares? It's passion. Who cares if he's getting frustrated? That's how he rolls. And you guys don't like that because he's a coaching liability, damage control of his emotions. Who cares? Well, okay, would you rather have a coach be like this every game? We lost in the finals. Oh, we lost. Oh, we lost because we didn't play good enough. And so why is it a problem for a coach to show emotion? Like that's to me, my personal opinion, that's soft shit. You're supposed to show emotion. It's sports. There's a lot of NFL coaches show expression when they lose, and there's certain calls you show expression. Like you're allowed to show expression. You're allowed to be frustrated. You're allowed to show. JJ Redick called timeout and said, "Jesus effing Christ, what are y'all doing? Run the effing play." Who cares? Who cares? There's times where all these like Phil Jackson showed emotion, Pat Riley showed emotion. Everybody shows emotion, but when it's JJ, it's a motherfucking problem. I'll see how I just see how I operate. You feel me? No, it's just I'm just wanting to address it. That pissed me off when I see that. I'm never ready to address it. Like I said, hashtag can't please everybody. That's just how I feel. It's a problem when JJ gets upset, shows emotion, but when another coach shows it, great job coaching. Hell yeah, I love your coaching. When JJ, he gets bashed. You know? And who cares if he's turned up on TV? What do you want him to do? He was just showing how he felt. You know? Come on, bro. He's just a very passionate person, but in today's society, people don't like that. People don't like certain fans don't like people to show emotion. They just want to, oh, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. F that. You're allowed to show. Coaches are allowed to show expression and be expressive. You know, that's how I feel, bro. That's just how I feel. People are on different opinions. Like I said, my new motto on Big Baby Sports: hashtag can't please everybody. You feel me? You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's just like, come on, bro. We that's just how I feel, bro. I'm gonna stand on it. If y'all get mad at JJ for yelling and screaming, every coach next season that gets frustrated and losing, and here's the thing: JJ Bickerstaff showed emotion when from the Detroit Pistons, he was showing passion, frustration when there was calls against him when they're playing the Thunder. He was showing frustration, grabbing the thing, going, "That's bullshit. You need to call dude better, refs. That's horrible officiating." Oh, but it doesn't get labeled as control of bad coaching, losing control of his emotions. But when he does it, it's not a problem. When all these other coaches, they don't not a problem. But when it changes, it labels a problem. I see how y'all are. And stay in your lane when he does good. And if he doesn't do good, I'll say he didn't do good. Now let's get on to the next coach. And I guarantee you, if the next coach comes in here, y'all going to do the same exact thing. I'm telling you, any coach that we get, y'all are going to pick and choose. With when we had Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel, Luke Walton, now it's JJ. What is it? Who are we going to get next? But that's the thing. If Lakers were going to fire JJ, they would have done it already. You feel me? And I guarantee you, if we do let JJ go, what coach in here that can fix this problem? We got to just write it out with the coach. You feel me? I'm tired of going through the same shit. Hiring coaches, firing coaches. Hiring coaches, firing. We don't want to be like the Las Vegas Raiders when they have hella coaches fired. And they finally get a young coach, right? But what I'm saying is we got to stop with the hiring, firing. We just got to see what JJ does without LeBron. Let's see what he does. And if he doesn't perform at the highest level, I'll be like, yeah, we're right. But until then, Goose Fraba. Like Adam Silver on anger management. Goose Fraba. But overall, man, like y'all need to hold JV Bickerstaff accountable when he yells and screams at the media. Y'all need to hold Mitch Johnson accountable when he doesn't do good when he yelled at his players, grabbed his jersey. Come on, bro. And there's a lot of coaches that show emotion. It's part of the game. You think coaches should just sit there? Oh, we're losing. I'm not going to show any emotion. And Steve Kerr breaks the clipboard. Draymond Green gets pissed off when every NBA player has emotion. It seems like when JJ does it, it's a problem for you guys. You guys don't want to see JJ be successful with the Lakers, and that's your own team, guys. Shouldn't y'all want your team to do good and be successful? Say, yeah, JJ, I appreciate you. Y'all can do better on this area. Better. And JJ does do better to improve and get better. But I feel like that expressing, keep doing that, JJ. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Who gives a damn at what people say about you being a bad coach and showing your emotion? Keep showing your emotion, homie. I ride with you. Keep showing it. Show your passion, bro. I love it. Even when you're on the debate table with Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, show it. Turn up. Be a crash out. CLB. Crash out boy. You feel me? Just turn up. And I love what this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna address it. I like watching sports with passion, frustration. I don't like. What's the point of watching sports if you're gonna be like this during the screen? We lost. What's the point? Well, we lost. We lost by 60 in the NBA Finals. I'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'm not really worried. It's a long season. We're down 0-3. What's the point of watching sports if you're not going to show any passion? Isn't sports about showing passion when the good times, bad times, right? Or is it just to me? This is how I personally feel. If like it's people are always good to be pushed, but sometimes it's always good to show passion, show frustration, not just always become. What's the point of watching sports? I always tell people that. What's the point of watching sports if you're not going to show any passion, frustration, pissed offness? People can laugh on me all they want. That's how I feel. You feel me? I'm always going to stand on what I believe, just how people stand on what they believe. You feel me? Yeah, he does have, you know what I mean? Oh, he is? How? How is he a loser? He's in the NBA. He's a coach in the NBA. He's in the finals. He's going to be there in the next. So him losing in the finals makes him a loser? Like, come on, bro. He's a great coach, Mitch Johnson. If it wasn't for Mitch Johnson, the Spurs wouldn't have been in the finals. So Mitch Johnson's a great coach. He's a great player. He's a great coach. But that's how I feel. How is he a loser just because he lost in the finals? No, he's a winner. You know what I mean? He's a winner. He's in the NBA. He has a family. You feel me? That's how I feel. When people, you know what I mean? We're like, come on, bro. We can't be doing that. You know, everyone's JJ out of here. And it's the thing. If he does leave, and if he leaves and goes to another team and be successful, I'm gonna laugh in our face. I'm gonna say, "Yeah, JJ's a champion. Yeah, ooh, ah." And I know a lot of Laker fans are gonna be like, "Man, JJ should have been staying as a coach." Yeah, ooh, ah. Oh, shout out to Angry Lakers fan for that $5 donation in this thing. Shout out to Angry Lakers fan for that donation. But if JJ's successful here, and also if he's successful here as well, if let's say if he wins the championship, I'm gonna say, yeah, man, lad, he's allowed to do it. Lad, you're soft when it comes to that shit, bro. You're soft in the sense of don't do that on TV. But Stephen A. Smith turns up, gets expressive, but you don't call him out. Kendrick Perkins turns up. Shannon Sharp turns up, but you don't call them out. 50-50, homie. You know, feel me? That's some soft stuff. He's allowed to express. That's how I feel. You can't be showing expression on TV. What do you want me to do? Be like this? JJ be like this. He's allowed to, that's just how I feel. Like, how you gonna say you can't do that on TV? Stephen A. Smith does it. Kendrick Perkins does it. Shannon Sharp did it. Skip Bayless did it at times. Hey, look at them. They turned up on even today. Gilbert Arenas turns up, shows expression. Kenyon Martin shows expression. Brandon Jennings shows expression on shows. But But when JJ does it, he can't do that. Just remember that. Watch Givens turn up about giving Austin Aries a contract. Look at Kenny Martin getting to Brandon James about a topic. You know what it is? They turn up. They have emotion. Once the camera's cut out, oh, yeah, hell yeah. You feel me? So, but when JJ does, it's a problem. Hashtag JJ's a problem, according to people. He has to improve. I don't get me wrong. He has to improve, but we have to look at the bright side. If Lakers felt like he was a bad coach, they would have got rid of his ass already. You don't give him an extension for a reason. Well, I think this is the year that he has to do better. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But if he does right and gets us to the championship, I had faith in him. I'm gonna be on your ass, everybody's ass. Pause. If the Lakers win a championship and years to come with JJ, I'm like, hey lad, JJ's champion. You were talking shit. Micah, I love. No homo, Micah. JJ's champion. Everybody disrespected. Sneed. He's a champion. So, but other than that, man, I'm about to go to Angry Lakers fans channel. Go to his channel, man. And shout out to that $5 donation from Angry, bro. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? What you mean? You can't be acting like Eric Cartman when. Nah, I'm just be real, bro. LOL. This guy. But yeah, man. Overall, man, I just had to express. I had to explode on it. You know what I mean? Appreciate. Yeah, I'm just expressing. I had to explode because I was holding that in for about 3 months, and that pissed me off. What I saw people getting on Reddit for him being an aggressive coach. Shout out to Angry for that $5 donation. Shout out Angry for that $5. Appreciate you, Angry, Sneed, Resdog, Lad, everybody in the comment section. Hit that like button. And people that are watching this later, let me know what you think about the top 10 most overhyped Lakers who never lived up to the hype, and also the top 10 most hated Lakers of all time. Put them in the comment section down below. It's been your boy, Big Baby. One love. Lakers in 5. Let's win this championship next year. Go Lakers, baby.
Big baby Jonathan, the voice of the court.